So I am playing Bug Nic Fit again, and I am playing for the 2-3, ideally. So I just lost to Rug Delver, so I have two losses in matches 1 and 4. I lost to Rug Delver. Match 3 I lost to Turbo Depths. And in match 2 I was able to beat Ruglands. So let's see how this goes. I have not played this person before. This hand is extremely risky, and I don't really like it. I think I'm going to mulligan, especially on the play. On the draw, like maybe you play Dryad Arbor, you hope to draw a land, but on the play I think I have to mulligan this. This is better. I can't play the Ice-Fang, but I do have the turn 2 Sylvan, turn 3 Tireless Tracker, so I'm going to bottom the non-unique land, and just I'm wondering, should I bait with the swamp? No, I'm going to just play Snow-Covered Forest and see what my opponent does. This isn't a great hand, but it's got the turn 2 Sylvan, it's got something. Alright, Chalice. That's fine. Cabal Therapy's dead here. Hopefully I don't punt and play the Cabal Therapy. So this could be Eldrazi, or it could be like some artifact, or Emissary deck maybe. It's unclear what this is so far. It could be Moon Stompy too. That's a problem. I'm glad I have those. Can't play that. I'm glad I have the Assassin's Trophies, because that's pretty good here if I can draw one. So a fetch land would be pretty good. The Trop is okay, so I can go Trop into Oko. I like that. So put this on top and pay. I like that because I don't want to play the Tireless Tracker because he'll just die and do nothing. So I think Trop into Oko is better. And I don't care about the Chalice, so I'm going to create the food token. Because they can't deal with the food with Chandra. Got a lot of mana here. Karn? Yep, okay. So they're close to being able to lattice lock me or something. Guess like they can lattice lock me next turn, which is a problem. Let's see what they get. Liquid metal. Okay, I don't know if I care that much about that, because I can attack Karn next turn, kill him. And Chandra's still a turn away. They're going to try to tap down a land. Tap down Oko, so that I can't use it. Oh, okay, I guess that's a thing. Collector Ouphe is okay here, because that'll stop the liquid metal coating. I can't Green Sun for Questing Beast here, although I can next turn, which would be really good. So I can play Tireless Tracker here, but then they can just kill it and get Mycosynth Lattice. Collector Ouphe, they still just go and get Mycosynth Lattice. Let me oh, I have to choose two cards here. I think I can play the Collector Ouphe and the Ice-Fang, and maybe that's the answer. Ice-Fang in response or something, and try to get there. So maybe I'll pay 4 for the Green Sun. just to see more cards, and I'm going to go Ice-Fang and Collector Ouphe. So I'll put this back. I don't need that till next turn. So Collector Ouphe. And I'm going to pass here. So that forces out Chandra to do something. Because they can't get Mycos and Lattice while I have Karn in play, because that stops everything. That would stop their stuff too, and I have a creature, so they'll die to it. Stomp's pretty good. Yep. So they've gone to 1 on Karn, which means short. What did they did get Lattice. Yep. So here, this is where I tap blue green and play Ice-Fang. And then I can attack Karn. Unless they have something like Gut Shot. Chandra's at 7. And I can't do anything until after damage. And they're going to get this, that's going to be a ton of life. So maybe the answer there is like they can ult Chandra right away. So it might be a race after that. Oh boy, I think Tireless Tracker might be among my better race creatures. They only need to play 2 spells, so I don't want to do anything here. Cabal Therapy's dead, so I think Tireless Tracker's the play here. So I'm gonna keep Meren. I guess it's just a creature that can attack. And here, so I'm gonna play this guy, attack the Karn to open up my lands. Okay. So here I can Elk. I can Elk the Lattice, or do I want to Elk the... I can't... Can I Elk the Chandra? Yeah, let's Elk the Chandra. Didn't realize I could do that. That's fun. So let's play Tireless Tracker here. And play the Verdant. And crack the fetch and get another land. And just, it doesn't really matter what it is here. I guess I'll get I have a forest. I guess I don't have any islands, and I can't get one. I guess maybe I'll get an Underground Sea. They can have... Yeah, I'll just get an Underground Sea. And I can get... Yeah, I don't think I want to do that, so I'll pass here. So they could have another Karn, which would be pretty good, but... yeah. Got it. Okay. Didn't realize Oko could Elk Chandra. That's pretty funny. Alright, well, guess Ice-Fang gets there. So that's pretty good. Okay, so Moon Stompy. Rexage is pretty good here. I think that's about all I have. Leyline does nothing. Back to Basics is okay, but not great. They have a ton of just red mana. Field of the Dead isn't great because they're frequently running Blood Moon and or Blood Sun. Mindbreak Traps, they're not good. They do things, but they're not good. Let's see what's bad. Plague Engineer's good, because that hits Rabble Master. Tireless Tracker is okay. Eternal Witness is pretty good. Oko is pretty good. Uro is okay. He's sort of really mana intensive. I do have the basics to escape him, but I don't know if he's that good. On the draw, Sylvan Library may not be stellar. Tarmogoyf's pretty good. It's just like they have trouble actually dealing with high power creatures. All the removal's good. Ice-Fang is pretty good. Even Primeval Titan is okay. Because I don't mind it if I can get a veteran explorer start. So maybe Sylvan Library is the choice here, because they're typically putting pressure on your life total, especially if they have like a Rabble Master start. So maybe I'll do that. They do run chalices, so that sort of does incentivize me to cut a 1-drop, but I absolutely don't want to cut any Cabal Therapies or veteran explorers. And I don't really want to cut Village Rites either. So I think Sylvan Library is probably the pick. Collector Ouphe is good here. Scavenging Ooze is not stellar. It could be Scooze, but I think Scooze is just an early blocker to Rabble Master, which I think is important. Leovold doesn't do a lot here. It does draw cards off Stomp, and yeah, it's okay. Maybe I'll do that. So just Sylvan Library for Rexage. This hand is slow, but it is vulnerable to a turn 1 moon. Do I think that there's better? I think it's okay. It's not stellar, but a turn 2 Sylvan Library. So let's hope they don't have. Let's hope they're on a chalice start, and I'll keep this. A moon start would be bad for me. This looks like some sort of moon or Rabble Master start. Another Blood Moon. Okay. That's trouble. Let's play the basics. Yeah, turn 1 Blood Moon is hard to play around. Rabble Master? No, Ensnaring Bridge. Alright. Okay, making progress here. Would have been nicer to be a forest, but yeah, it's something. I am a forest. Okay. So they have 3 lands, so I'm guessing they have either Chandra or Karn in their hand, and I can try to get one of them. I'm going to play the Bayou, which is the mountain. Let's see what I get here. So, do I fear Karn? I think I fear Karn more here than Karn the Great Creator. I think I fear that more than Chandra. Nope. Chrome Mox and Red Blast. That's fine. Drew a mountain, so they still just have the Chrome Mox and the Red Blast. Can't play that. Play another mountain. Still need the forest here. I have 3 in the deck. Oh, some Planeswalker? Nope, Simian Spirit Guide. That's fine. Play another mountain. Yeah, all these guys take green mana. Yeah, I was worried about the moon start. They don't have a fast clock, but really need to draw that forest. Yeah. I mean, if I draw a forest, it's fine. I'm not super worried about it. Yeah. So they have the Red Blast for these. But Questing Beast is probably the play if I... can't block. So I can hit the Red Blast. I don't see any reason not to. Alright, still need the forest. Oh, this is trouble. I don't care about Trinisphere at all, but they're just, yep, can't do anything here. Got a handful of green spells, need a green mana. So forest is still my best draw. Oh, they taunt me. And he is a mountain. He's a mountain creature, so I'll just hold back. He can attack, but not block, and Chromox doesn't do anything. Yeah, I probably should have. I guess, yeah, I should have hit the Chromox just to keep him down a card. Oh well. So that's a 2-life mistake. Is that a Chalice on 2? It doesn't really affect me. Alright, well, that's game. So the Moon Start got me. Alright. Yep. Okay. So on the draw this time, so the 1-drops are better. Still none of these are any good. I think I just hope to get him on the play. I think that's the plan here. Yeah. So a Veteran Explorer start is really what I'm looking for here. This is okay. This is okay. It's not... Do I want to keep this? It really relies on the Sylvan Library, but I am not vulnerable to Blood Moon. Or Blood Sun, because I can go turn 2 Sylvan Library, and from there I should probably be okay. Do I want to keep this? It's got a turn 2 Sylvan Library into turn 3 Tarmogoyf. Yeah. Do I really want it? It's not stellar. It doesn't have any removal. This is sort of a dead card. This is a dead card. I might mulligan this and hope for just something a little better. It's not the worst, but I just think I can do better. And this is a little better. So I will keep this. So I'm going to keep this. I'll bottom the prime time. Rexage gives me an out to like Blood Sun or something. Yeah. So I'll just play Misty and pass. And if he's got a turn 1 Blood Moon or Blood Sun, I can at least crack the Misty. Chalice is not a worry. Yeah, that's fine. I don't care about that. Okay. Yeah, I like that. I think that's a pretty good draw. I'm going to go Island, and now I have Ice-Fang Coatl to hold up. And then I can go into Uro next turn. Okay, so gotta respond to this. Get the basic forest. And that's fine. I can blow it up with the Rexage, but I don't know if I actually care. At least not yet. I might just go Uro to ramp. Okay, so Mountain Uro. I think that's pretty good. Yeah, I'll play the Trop. Hold back that. I can't I couldn't use the Village Rites because of the Blood Moon, so he's just dead. But if I ever blow up the Blood Moon, I can flash back the Uro, and that's pretty good. And I do have a Rec Sage next turn. So, yeah, Rec Sage is pretty good. Is that a Rabble Master? No, Ensnaring Bridge. I don't know if I'm that worried about that. I could blow up the Ensnaring Bridge. So I can blow up the Ensnaring Bridge and try to pressure his life total. Or I can blow up the Blood Moon, which lets me also play Ice-Fang Coatl the same turn and fetch some more basics. I think I like that better. Yeah, let's do that. So I want to fetch a green and a black with this. So maybe I'm going to play the Rec Sage. And I can't fetch a black, I think, this turn. So I'm going to play that, and yeah, I'll just tap the Trop. And that way I can fetch out another forest if I want to, and get, yeah, alright, I'll tap like this. So this leaves me two options here. I can either play the Ice-Fang at the EOT, or I can play, I can fetch out a basic swamp and get Village Rites. So either of these are okay, depending on what they do. Like if they do removal, I'm definitely going to use Village Rites. But at this point, they have to worry because I'm flashing back Uro next round, and even though that's not amazing, they do have Ensnaring Bridge. It's pretty good. Are they just casting it? Okay, so they're casting Stomp, just to be sure here. Stomp targeting Rec Sage. So this is where you can blank the Stomp with Village Rites, and then since it doesn't resolve, they're not adventuring. Ooh, forgot about Chalice, but it still blanks the Stomp. Okay, so the Questing Beast can't attack. I'm trying to think. I don't think I have any other... Yeah, the Questing Beast can't attack. I don't think I have any other way to, like... I can get, like, an E-Witness to do the Rec Sage, but I can do that even next turn. So I think the answer here is... oh, I guess I can't actually do Uro, or if I do, I have to exile the Rec Sage, which I'm not super pumped on, because I can do this, but then yeah, I don't love that. I don't love that. You know, maybe the answer here is Meren. Meren might be the best card here. I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna get Meren, because Meren gets back the Rec Sage, which, yeah, I'll do that. Meren gets back the Rec Sage. So I'm gonna crack this, and I'm gonna get just a regular forest here, and I'm gonna Green Sun for 4. For Meren. So Meren of Clan Toth, and I will just pass the turn here. And we'll get the Rec Sage, because that gives me an answer to the Ensnaring Bridge. And Meren, I mean, they can deal with her with Chandra, but she's actually a little bit challenging to deal with. Oh, they're in trouble. Oh, now I just sort of have tons of answers here. I think blowing up the Rex Sage here is the answer. I can't attack, or blowing up, sorry, the Ensnaring Bridge. I can blow up the Ensnaring Bridge and play a second Ice-Fang Coatl, which is pretty good. I can also get back Uro here, which I think is pretty good. I have Oko in case they play like something else. I think that's my plan here. And if they kill Meren somehow, like I'm not super worried about it. So I'm gonna use Rexage to just hit the Ensnaring Bridge. And I'm gonna just get in here. And if they have Stomp for Meren, like whatever. Yes. All right. So not my best league. Was able to get wins over Moon Stompy and but 2 losses to Rug Delver and a loss to Turbo Depths. So I think, I mean, I think I started to settle down. I think especially the first 2 games I didn't play very well. So this was, I think especially the last game I played okay. I don't think I played wrong in matches 3 or 4 either. You know, the Turbo Depths match, I think they just had really good hands and they played really well. So not a lot I could do there. Maybe I could have mulliganed game 2 a little more aggressively. But Karakas is like one of the key, like that's one of the best solutions to Turbo Depths in the whole deck. So I don't know. And Rug Delver, like I can't remember which game it was, but like I felt like I was way ahead, and then they just had a turn where it was like Oko, Arcanist, Bolt, Flashback, Bolt, and I was like, oh man. And that's really just those 2 cards really are crushing. So I didn't board in the Mindbreak traps at all, but I still think Mindbreak, you really just need Mindbreak trap against combo, or you're just dead. Back to Basics was okay. I think I boarded it in against Delver once. I tried it. It wasn't great, and then I did. It was good against lands. I think it took a game. Didn't really play much in the way of games where the ley lines were super useful. I brought them in against lands, but they weren't amazing. Yeah, I didn't really play against any Uro decks either. So yeah, I still think the deck list as it is pretty good. You know, I don't think I'm ready to make any changes yet. You know, I know I talked about when I did the first deck tech that having 23 lands as opposed to 24. There was a couple games where I definitely hit the. I felt a little short on mana, and I didn't really have a game, and maybe this contributed to going 2-3. I didn't really have, I think, a game where it was like Veteran Explorer into Cabal Therapy or Veteran Explorer right into Village Rites. And that's really, you know, where my really explosive starts come from. So that was a shame. But, you know, I don't think I'm ready to make any changes. I feel like the deck list, as is pretty good. Been pretty happy with the removal. I like the 2 Ice-Fangs. You know, yeah, I think these are pretty good. I could see myself dropping down on a Sylvan, going to 1. It's still just one of the best cards to draw against any control variant, although I don't know if this deck really struggles that badly against control. But yeah, Sylvan Library is definitely a card to consider. The deck has a few other card draw abilities, and the deck typically isn't emptying its hand right away, so like Sylvan Library is not as critical. I could see myself dropping Sylvan for maybe even like another removal spell. Going to 6. Like I could see that happening. Otherwise, I think every card in here sort of has its place. I don't think there's anything here that I hate. I know the Karakas it feels awkward sometimes, but like it just gives you so much against some decks that this really struggles with. Now, I wouldn't say like this deck struggles that hard against depths, but like Karakas is just so good in that matchup, and the deck does struggle against things like Reanimator or Reanimator or Show and Tell, where Karakas is really good. So I think every card has its place. I think if I were to cut something, I'd cut another Sylvan Library, and if I were to go to 6 removal spells, I'd probably go to a 4th Abrupt Decay. I could go to something like Vraska Golgari Queen, but I think the games where I can easily like tap 4 mana, I think just my threats are so much bigger than most opponents. Like I think rather than tapping out for Vraska, I think if I can get to that much mana, I mean Vraska's still a very good play, but I guess I'm just not as concerned if I can get that far in the game. Like I feel like my deck has already done its job at that point, and the card that would help me to get to that point is Abrupt Decay. So yeah, I could see myself dropping a Sylvan for Abrupt Decay. You like having 2 Sylvans, but between 2 Village Rites and 2 Ice-Fang Coatls, like maybe Sylvan Library isn't as important. I could see myself doing that. Yeah, I don't know. All right. Well, thanks for tuning in. This was sort of my first league that I recorded, so please be gentle in the comments. But thanks for coming by, and check out nicfitmtg.com. All right. Have a good one.